Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Mad Chatter with D&E, the podcast. We are coming to you guys tonight on TuneIn, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Mad Chatter with D&E has officially arrived, coming to you on multiple platforms. Could not be more excited to announce that all three of those have us live. So that is fantastic. A lot in store for you guys tonight. We talked AFC last week. We've got a full NFC breakdown for you this week. We're going to go over the poll that we ran. We sent out a poll about teams that we thought would win the AFC. We wanted to see what you guys were thinking, if you were on the same page with us. We've got a little bit on Donald Trump. That should be an interesting topic. He is making tons of headlines right now. We have no political affiliation here. Myself and E are not aligning ourselves one way or the other, but we are going to dig in and talk the Trump. He's just given us so many little things to grab onto and talk about. We can't avoid it any longer. And then we're going to bring back Mailbag again. We talked about it last week. Mailbag was a new segment that we introduced. We did get a couple questions in this week, so we will be breaking down the questions that you sent to us in our Mailbag segment. But before we jump in and really get into the topics that we have on the itinerary, I want to go back and recall something that we did in our first couple of episodes we've kind of gotten away from, and I just want to do story time. We'll call it story time with Mad Chatter, with D&E, however you want to slant it. We had a lot of success. We got a lot of really good feedback on those first couple weeks, so we're going to do a little bit of story time, me and E. And the story that I want to go with today really hits home with both of us. We're going to talk a little bit about the struggle. Now, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I grew up with a single mom, so we were never rolling in cash. We grew up relatively poor. He comes from a similar situation. He had both parents, but still money was really tight. You come from big families, it happens. Sometimes you got to pinch pennies. But luckily, both of us have come out of that. We both are relatively successful in what we do, and we make decent money. We provide for our families. We are by no means rich. We are by no means even upper middle class. We are smack dab in the middle of the line. But we don't have any wants really. We don't have any needs. Yeah. I would say we take care of all of our needs. There are some wants that we go without, but we are doing okay for ourselves. But that's not to say that we weren't there at one point. And it brings me to something that we were talking about just in passing earlier. And it was a way that you can tell someone's financial status just by walking into their house. There's little things, and it's the nuance and everything that you really have to cling on to. But just by walking into someone's house, going into their kitchen and opening their fridge, you can instantly tell the financial standing of that person. And what I'm talking about is the soda selection within their refrigerator. Yeah. So you open that fridge and you're staring in and you're looking for something to drink. Man, you're parched. You're thirsty. You've been out in the yard. You've been working. It's so hot. It's the dog days of summer right now, and all you want is something to drink. And you open that fridge at your aunt's house, and all she has is RC Cola. Man, it makes you want to instantly close the fridge and go put a 20 on her table, leave a little note. Yeah. Auntie, I'm sorry. I know times must be tough. Here's $20. I hope it helps. Yeah. Go put some gas in the car.
God, man, RC is one of those French sodas that, I don't know, you have to be in a certain place in your life to actually look for that.
I honestly, I haven't seen RC soda in so long. I can't even remember. I guess I look at the top shelves now. It's I go in and I'm I'm 6'2", 6'3", so I'm looking at the shelves and I'm looking at the top shelf. I'm looking at the Coke and the Pepsi and the Dr. Pepper. My eye doesn't get drawn to the bottom shelves for the RC or the Diet Right.
Well, they keep it on the side, away from all the other stuff that
soda is segregated.
Yeah, it's like the last soda on that aisle, so it's you got soda, then you might get Snapple and some other shit that's not soda over there. So you really have to know where it's at to find it.
They have like the crazy flavors. It's like who wants to drink a peach mango soda?
Yeah.
Like half the time, it's like it's right next to like the crazy do you remember like the sparkling water? Like you always could like it was a health craze in the 90s. Like people would buy the bottled water that was flavored,
Right.
but it was like carbonated. So it was like basically soda, but it wasn't soda. It was just bubbly ass water.
Yeah. That's where your RC, your Big Reds, they're gonna be over there.
See, now Big Red, man, that hits home. That's one of my favorite sodas of all time, and I blame that completely to growing up in the struggle. Growing up poor, we had Big Red all the time. It is the only soda to date that I have ever had that I would define as spicy. Like when I'm trying to explain like what Big Red, because most people I talk to have not had Big Red, but when I try to explain Big Red, I'm like it's like cherry and like kind of like Coke,
Has
but
a little heat to it.
yeah, it's like they put like some cinnamon drops in it or something.
Bunch of foam and heat.
It hurts, kind of. Like, God forbid you try to drink it hot.
Oh yeah, I know.
You might not make it. That might be something that you don't live to talk about.
Yeah, or you burp through your nose and it comes out. Oh man, that's like you going to the floor for that one.
See, and this, for me, this opens the door to other things. Like, so say you open the refrigerator and you're looking in and you're looking for something to drink in. Maybe it's not RC that you find, but what if it's Diet Dr. Thunder? like, what message does that send? Because apparently, I mean, that's imitation. It is the cheap off-brand,
right?
But it's supposed to taste as close as you can. But it's still, you get it for like $3 less.
Yeah, I know plenty of people that to this day they make well amount of money and they prefer that taste. Probably because it tastes like real Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper.
Or it tastes like their childhood and they just like remember it fondly.
This takes me back.
I'm sorry, if I can afford Mountain Dew, I'm buying Mountain Dew, not Mountain Lightning. I just don't trust that.
Some people got like what do they call it? Champagne taste with caviar, water freaking budget, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they want the fancy, but they can't afford the fancy, so they get that like off-brand.
Yeah, it's like adjacent.
They can feed the need, but it's not quite what they were looking for, but it's close enough.
Close enough, man. That's what we do in life. Get close enough.
Yeah, so that is my benchmark when viewing the struggle through my eyes now. That is where I go to look for it. Like you open the refrigerator, you check out the soda selection.
Yeah,
and hopefully they're not health nuts and have just gone away from soda, because then I don't know what opinion to form of you.
Yeah,
I need to be able to view your soda selection. Are you drinking Coca-Cola name brand, Dr. Pepper name brand, or are you drinking RC or Diet Right or Big Red?
So you come to fucking my house, man. We had orange drink.
Orange drink.
We didn't even have juice.
Brandless.
It was orange drink.
By the Kool-Aid, the off-brand Kool-Aid.
Oh man, Flavor Aid.
You actually had to add sugar to it. It didn't come pre-mixed with sugar.
Yeah, it's like, well, I could get Kool-Aid for 18 cents, so I can get Flavor Aid for 8.
You know, that dime goes a long way sometimes.
You do the math, you know? So.
Yeah, all right. That's probably enough on that. We have bodied up people enough for drinking cheap ass soda. We are really not this pretentious. We're not talking down to anybody. We're not trying to like marginalize people because of the soda that they can or cannot afford. We grew up in it. We grew up drinking the Bubba Colas and the Big K's and all the off-brand stuff.
Mr.
And we think it's funny now. We have a complex.
We know how to spot it.
We buy the fancy stuff just to like make up for the fact that it's like our shoe addiction. We couldn't have nice shoes when we were kids, so now we go and spend $150 at a time on Nikes and Jordans. Like soda's the same way. It's like, if I can afford Dr. Pepper, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. I don't want Mr. Pibb, and I don't want Dr. Thunder.